I didn't mean to do that. Don't know how that even happened. This video is going to need a lot of editing. Hold on. Will it do what I want it to do, or will it do what it wants to do? That is the question. And if I did this, the sad thing is that before we were doing this, it was working perfectly fine. So, I have to admit, I do appreciate how it just refuses to cooperate. It's like it knows I'm trying to do something, and it doesn't want me to do it. How about that? It's better. I basically can never joke to Chris about being a professional podcaster again. I think I've lost all credibility with that. Oh, let me see something. Okay, maybe if I, yeah. I forgot I had Skype on. Like, if anybody goes back and sees this, they're going to think I'm insane. Well, they'll have plenty of calls, I'm sure, but still. Come on. No, go over there. You go over there. I'm your master. Do what I command. Fudge. Maybe if I there are people in the room. Hello, people. Sorry about all of this. In the first test, everything was working perfectly. Then I come back for the second test, and now the machine wants to do what it wants to do. Patrick, excuse me, from Trying Morning basically just told me, yeah, he predicted this would happen. I should have listened. I should have. Oh well. What I'm trying to do right now, if it'll let me, which would be nice. If not, it's just going to have to look really, really unprofessional, is to just screen the demo by itself. Don't know if it's going to let me do that. If not, we're just going to go old school. You should, like, I already have a ghetto ass set up for my just to broadcast this thing. I might as well go all the way. But that's what we're waiting for the demo to launch so that it'll do what I tell it to do. And if it can do that, then we'll be in business. Still doesn't want to do what I want. You know what? All right, technology, fine, you win. You win. Okay. I believe that may have worked. No, it didn't. You know what? Fine, fine. Technology hates me, but that's all right. That is all right. Because I'm going to do this anyway. Let me do it or not. And this is what everybody signed up for, to see the ongoing battle between a fight that we could seemingly never win. Oh well. Oh well, let's get this show on the road. Everybody's got something to do today. So. Get over here. Let me make one slight adjustment, and then we're going to get down to business. Move this screen over here. Move this screen over here. There we go. All right, so this is how we're going to have to do it because technology hates me. I've been trying for the last, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to try and just get the screen to focus on demo only. Did it in the first take, doesn't want to do it anymore. So technology wins, at least for this round. Anyway, hi everybody. Hope you've enjoyed your Friday. I meant to do this a little earlier, but I had to stop because I got a call from family and say, hey, let's go do lunch. And I was a little hungry, and that's my family, so I said, you know what, I'll go and hang out. And I honestly should have just said, no, I'm going to just do it for the people. And I didn't. So in a strange way, this is kind of my fault. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. This is really, it says in the title, and testing this, I am not going to assume that this is how I do it in the future. I don't know. My hope is that it can just kind of be the bridge until I get my internet good enough to do Twitch. But I still have to get the proper studio system. I still got to get a lot of stuff. As I was telling Patrick before we got on, man, he basically told me that I think he kind of knew where this was going. But we got Human Reignition project today. And the way this is going to work is if you're connected to me through email, which is jp@vnsnow, or Twitter, which is @vnsnow, I need you to tell me the audio quality of the stream, the video quality of the stream, and well, I can already tell you the video is probably gonna be a little messed up, probably a little bit here, just because of how it's set up. Fortunately. But I'm going to play Human Reignition Project, and I'm going to play No One But You because that's what's on the list of things I've been needing to play. And once we do that, we'll get out of here. And I don't know, go far or something. Anyway, it's ridiculous. This video is not going up. This video is not going up on YouTube later. So if you're not watching it now, you will never see it again. Sorry, guys, but I believe in decency and order, and this is just ridiculous. So yeah, just keep notes on my behalf, what works, what seemingly doesn't, and we'll get it filtered down to a place where I really like it so that when we jump to Twitch, everything's golden. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let me grab my glasses. And if you guys are going to have to forgive me because I think these are all Japanese names and I know I'm going to butcher them. I shift on the concrete, trying to ignore my shaking hands and the unfamiliar hardness of the gun pressing into my chest. Oh boy. It's already starting out so pleasantly. I'm still hoping I won't need to use it. The garage is quiet, save for the rain. That's, yeah, that rain effects are nice. The building looks ridiculous, but oh well. The overhead lights are dead or disconnected, and the only illumination comes from my pocket flashlight tucked under my chin. I can just see part of my shirt in a small metal box beside me. I delicately lift it onto my palm. Wait for the signal, then press the switch. Those are my orders. I just need to lie here in the dark until then. I look away, sickened. Far below, people are drifting around, where they're minutes from becoming part of history. Oh, am I playing a suicide bomber? Is this who this guy is? Wait, in the wrong screen. There we go. Caustic bile rushes up my throat, and I gulp it down. I'm in too deep for second thoughts. Even if I back out now, I can't save everyone. I press the binoculars to my face and catch the skyscraper across. Wow, that's just... Look at all those people that can become my victims. Wow. Through the curtains of pouring rain, silhouettes dance behind mirrored glass. I can imagine the laughter and smiles from here. Heisei. Heisei? I warned you guys I was going to butcher this. Do they really deserve this? I sweep the binoculars across the courtyard where the strike team is positioned. Are they having the same doubts I am? Is she? I turn the crowd back apart. The shadows apart. My receiver crackles. Stand by. I tighten the grip on the box. Icy sweat slips down my neck. The shadows slip from the courtyard and vanish into the crowd. Is this really what they want? I force myself to flip the cover of the box, leaving only a thin switch to keep it from activating. No, keep me from activating it. When I signal, the box is slippery with sweat. I grip it so tightly the corners cut into my hand. Now! A flare screams into the sky at night, shattering the night with a bursting crack. I lower my thumb over the switch. Well, as far as intros go, that wasn't that bad. I can see it from my second monitor, just kind of stuck over here. Tony Two Fingers. Sounds like a Batman villain. Well, as far as intros go, that wasn't bad at all. What's your dream? I was supposed to create something that will let you achieve it. Run, lead, admire, think, explore, believe. The IG6. The future is now. Commercial there. Enough. I mute the TV and lean back in my chair. The automatic doors are still, and for the 100th time, I wish that someone, anyone, would walk through. Besides the TV and the humming refrigerator shelves, the store stays silent. Wait, what did I do? Okay, there we go. At some point, slacking off at work stops being fun, and even dealing with customers start sounding nice. Boss was kind enough to splurge on a new TV for nights like this. I've taken to calling him Kurt. Clever, I know, not really, but okay. Only picks up one channel. Watching him for more than an hour hurts my eyes. Election season is coming up, so lately that channel has enough for political discussions and news. Maybe it's just my low standards, but I've grown to appreciate Kurt's company on nights like this. Please stop talking about the TV like it's a real person. Yo, kid. Well, my coworker is busy in the back. Kiyotaro. I need a pronunciation check on that one. What's it? I'm this close to. Excuse me, I'm just testing out a couple of other things on the same. Dave emerges from the aisle, scratching his head as he strolls to the counter. Do we have any more milk anywhere? We're running low on non-expired 2%. Just shake up whatever we have. It'll keep fresh a while longer. I'm not going in this store. I'm making it up, but the look on Dave's face suggests he doesn't know any better. Yes, that inquisitive look. Really? I haven't heard that before. Well, whatever. And what a champ. I settled down and watched the local newscaster prattle on about nothing. Local coffee shop is shutting down. This is all pointless babble. There's been a startling increase in cases of agoraphobia, excuse me. You'd struggle to find less interesting story than these. There's a crash, and Dave hurtles back from the storeroom. It's only a week fresher, but it's a step in the right direction. He drops the milk on the shelves and returns to the counter. Can we get some better milk instead of poisoning your customers? So, what's new out here? Milk, apparently. Lounging back, I tried to stifle a yawn. The IG6 is out in a couple of weeks. Oh man, we should celebrate. I'm asking boss for the time off. Darkness clouds Dave's face. I know the feeling. Man, maybe I should stop trying to steal a gimmick here and be original. I mean, that's what Chris would want me to do, I think. Darkness clouds Kitaro's face. Taru. However you pronounce that. Although, hey, if you really want. Hey, kid, you hungry? He's like Ed from Ed, Ed and Eddie, the first one. The kind of, one. I hastily reroute my train of thought. 20 minutes. You say something? Come on, we do this all the time. You ask what I want, didn't need from the usual place anyway. They close in 20. Kyotaru was quiet for a moment. You know, now that you mention it, I could go for Chinese. Apparently, I'm a dumbass. That's nice to know. When did they close? 20 minutes. Okay. Can we just stop right here and admire the engaging dialogue that Alien Works thought of for this thing? It's just so personal, I think. Makes me think they're real people. And you guys have to forgive me if I'm in the comment section and it looks like I'm just not doing anything at all. I'm trying to. There it goes. That was completely unnecessary. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, back to work. Get back to the scintillating dialogue. Then we better hurry. If you want Chinese, go get it. Hey, come on, man. It's your turn. And I don't want anything. Ken, please, it's practically a given. In order to maintain collective office sanity, we need to look out for one another. There we go. Besides, I went last time. It's only my turn if I'm actually getting something to eat. Right now you're saying, Ken, get me some food. Look, give me some incentives here. What do you have in mind? I might as well eat if we're going to all this trouble. Kiritaru falls silent. After a moment, he nods. All right, deal. Damn, I should have tried to get a little. Here's what we need. The liberty of writing it out for you. Then why go through all that? You know what? Never mind. My outrage is not needed right now. I accept the rather detailed list. You've already written down what I was going to order. I'm disgusted I'm so predictable. You owe me for this. I fling my apron behind the counter. Kiritaru gives me the most artificial smile I've ever seen as I make my way to the door. I shiver as cold seeps in through my clothes. Today's clouds had put their blanket of snow and moved on, giving way to a starry sky that vibrated even through the light pollution. Hey, wait a minute. They were wearing short sleeve shirts. Is that just supposed to be a I don't know. Somebody tell me if that's how people dress in Japan over the summer. Not summer, but the winter. That would be nice to know. Despite my complaining, I'm glad to be out of the store. Oh, video looks choppy. I'm sorry, I'm just now getting the context of this damn thing. Yes, the video looks choppy. That's pretty much my internet. I take full blame for that. Despite my complaining, I'm glad to be out of the store. From inside, the sky is eclipsed by the surrounding software buildings. They're sharp and modern, nice but stifling after a while. Yeah, we're going to have to update a lot moving forward. And I think a lot of the choppiness, though, right now is just my system and not the game or YouTube itself. Which is why anybody who's in here watching the video right now, you're the only ones who's ever going to see it. After this stream, it's all going away. I lower my gaze to the road. There's food out there with my name on it. Well, Kiritaru, but still. Pulling in my jacket, I set off along the asphalt. The walk to the restaurant crosses 5 intersections. You can end up nearly doubling your trip time if you're unlucky. Naturally, I've been held up at one for a minute now, leaning against a pole while I wait for the light to change. There's usually no one around this late, but tonight a man in a suit is standing as far from me as possible. Actually, I may be able to help this. Where are my options? There we go. I look over and give him a smile. Yeah, that's much better. He pulls out his phone and begins tapping buttons. Typical. Another minute, the light changes and he takes off at an impressive clip. So he's just a speck in the distance. It would be nice if we could actually see a speck in the distance instead of just a storefront. I turn down a side street, following the delicious scent of fried foods. Finally, it comes into view. Okay, bear with me on this one. Hawaiian Kwan. Somebody let me know if I said that right. Hawaiian Kwan are home away from home. The doors swing open into a familiar warmth. This is actually a pretty decent design as far as 3D designs go. Heavy with the scent of grease and herbal teas. Ew. It's a busy night. Almost every table is taken by people eating alone, scarfing down their meals while reading from a phone or computer screen. Okay, can I just say this? It would be so much better if we could actually see people interact with the environment. I mean, the one thing that Fault Milestone 1 got right is when we got to the big scene where everybody's in the tavern, we get everybody in the tavern. I mean, that's how it was drawn, sure, but it made a difference. Think. And I know I just probably added 5 hours to any background artist's work, but you know, that's how we roll. Oh, there's the people. The familiar waitress is zipping around, snatching up plates and rushing out meals, occasionally retreating to shout into the kitchen. It doesn't look that busy. I don't know why she's rushing. After delivering a plate to a man who doesn't even acknowledge her, she looks up, blinks, and gives me an energetic wave. Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ. So, okay, the person who does the event graphics and the person who does the character sprites are 2 completely different people. Holy crap. So, I wish I had artistic blood in me so I could narrow this one down, but just soak in this moment. Soak it in, people. Okay, kid, hey. I am not going to try and do voices. I am not Christianarian. No. She bounces over with a bright smile. You look busy. Yep. Are you skipping work again? Shh, not so loud. Ah, sorry. I'm just glad to see you. No one's been friendly all night. The tummy smile disappeared for a second, replaced by a look of absolute exhaustion. It's back a second later, bright as ever. What's the special occasion? Special occasion? It's the first time Kyotaru was called an order in advance. I'm starting to think you guys didn't get reception over there. Yeah? You gave me a list, the same as usual. I don't know if you guys could catch that little animation, but that was a nice little touch there. I'll give them that. The tummy jumps at a shop from the kitchen. Ah, I'll be back in a minute. Don't worry. I won't. Hey, hold on up. Wait, what did I do? Oh, there we go. Go. There we go. She's gone. I pull out Kyo's list and drop into the seat beside me. I can't think why he'd call up. He's a terrorist from before. He's doing something. He's sleeping with the boss. I don't know why he didn't go to the restaurant, but something's going down with him. I watched Tommy diligently serve people without receiving even a thank you. It makes me feel I'm the only one who's happy to see her. That's because you're the only one happy to see her. But she returns from the kitchen a few minutes later, clutching something in her left hand. Hey, Kyotaru did order ahead. Got it here. Your order, I mean. What else would she holds up a scrap paper. But I don't we've finished making it. Excuse me. Sorry. What am I hitting to keep doing that? That's okay. I just want to know why he gave me this. I hold out my list. Hitomi takes it and compares with her own. Oh, got it. She shoves the list in my face. See, he ordered extra many calls. Oh, this isn't exactly, you know what, I'm going to be kind. I am going to be kind, and we're not going to jump to any conclusions, but it isn't exactly the most titillating couple of minutes that we've ever spent on the demo. I'll say that. You probably just got hungrier. If that's it, then he should have just called me. A hand flies up from the other side of the room, and Hitomi's cheerfulness evaporates. Hey, gotta go. I promise I'll be back soon. Sure, I'll just be here. Yeah. She shuffles away. I'd like to help, but I doubt the management would appreciate it. Instead, I tap my fingers on the tablecloth. Wish I had gotten some water. So, after seeing your supposed friend deal with all of these people, your reaction is, I should have made her get something for me. I'm going to like Ken, aren't I? He seems like the type of guy I'm going to really enjoy playing as. I'm waiting a long time. I watch the clock on the wall as the minute's hand passes to 6. The restaurant is technically closed now and just waiting for stragglers like me to leave. With the crowd thinning out, Hitomi exits the kitchen, practically dragging herself back to me. She saw that she plunked down across me. Man, that was rough. You think you'll make it? Yep, I'm just taking a quick break before cleanup. Is there no other waitresses in this? Know what, my outrage is not helping. Oh, and your food's almost ready. We got a bunch of last minute orders, so we're running a little bit behind. Running a little bit. Hold on, I'm checking, see if there's any new comments that I should be aware of. This is what you guys pay me for, so this is what I do. Although you're not paying me. How do you cope? I'd be dead if I did this every night. It's not that bad. It can be kind of fun talking to new people, she said, looking happy. Uh-huh. Really it is. I'm just kind of worn out today. Up all night on online dating boards? Hey, I've never done that. I was just watching some stuff on TV is all. She perks up and stretches. So, anything new at work? Nope. Same old. Really? Kitara must have some fun. Well, we almost had a 2% crisis. Really? Yeah. There I was at the counter when Q busted out from the back, screaming that we were out 2% milk. Oh Lord. So I continued the story in the most forced tone possible. I can't tell if Potomac is playing along or if she's genuinely interested. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. So yeah, it was said to be a catastrophe, but then you found newer stuff in the back, right? That face. You told me the same story last month, dummy. What? Okay. This needs to be said. I know slice of life stuff. People enjoy that kind of banter back and forth, just a common everyday banter. They do it to alleviate boredom, not inflict it. Stop inflicting boredom on your audience. Please, if there are any developers listening to me right now, just a common everyday banter, stuff like this, don't inflict it onto your audience. Once again, I'm disgusted by how predictable I've become. Though Hitomi seems to have found it amusing, her energetic radiance is back full force. What about you? Any exciting developments? Not really. Same old stuff. We're pretty short staffed, so I haven't had time for much else. Sounds tough. She was glancing up at a nearby clock. Sorry, I gotta start wiping down tables. She bounced to her feet, fixing the tablecloth as she turns back to me. Is she the only employee in this place? Just a sec, I'll check if your order's ready. Well, clearly she's not, but she's only just like the cook and everybody else is doing this. Because that would be a much more interesting conversation. If this was just a family-owned restaurant and she had to do everything while her folks cooked in the back, that would have been a much more interesting conversation. She vanishes to the kitchen, returning with a bag a few moments later. What's the damage? Oh, don't worry about it. Kid had me put it on his tab. Just thinking about the fact that tab makes me wince. Still, he's the one paying. Once again, that elegance. That's fine, thanks. And Tony walks me to the door. Travel safe. Say hi to Kiyotaro for me. Now, when Try Morning and Tenarium did this the other day, they did a Q&A afterwards. I don't know if I'll do that, but if anybody's interested, leave your comment in the comment section of what you want me to answer, and I shall do it for you, because that's how I roll. Food in hand, I make my way back tonight. The warm takeout bag feels good against my arms, and before long, I'm back out the front of syntax. I'm back out the front of the store. My freezing hands to the bag, I rush inside and am met with the familiar warmth of central heating. I'm happy to be here for once, even if it's just to get out the cold. Judging by the bike resting against the store window, I'm not the only one. Oh. Oh, wow. All right, bet one of this was a machine. Anybody wants to put a bet on that? Leaning against the counter is a slender girl bundled up in a jacket and scarf. Her face is cold. No, it's not. Forming a rosy flush on her cheeks and nose. No, it isn't. Contrasting with her bright blue eyes. Look at those eyes. They look like cameras. Oh, now she's blushing. Never mind. She must be human. Noticing me, she gives a warm smile. Responding with a small nod and smile of my own, I head behind the counter to stash away the food. I can't wait to see what her sprite looks like. If I'm right and there are two different artists on this thing, I can't wait to see what her sprite looks like. A customer right here, and no kids are in sight. I can't really complain. She's the youngest customer I've seen for a long time. Not the way I would have phrased that, but okay. Her long hair twines around her scarf before curling and frizzing at the ends, probably thanks to the cold. I don't blame anyone for looking a bit disheveled in this weather, and honestly, it's kind of cute. Oh my god. Okay. We have the HRP developer in the chat room. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Please note that we are doing it in earnest. We're doing it because we hope the game is good in the future. But if you could just answer for chat if there are two different artists working on the sprites, because I'm curious about this. Clearly, this style is completely different from a style a minute ago. And I don't have a mouse, so let's just keep going. Yo, kid. Q emerges from the back, giving me a wave devoid of guilt. Kyo's special. Where were you? I just had to go out back for a minute. To take off your uniform? How are you going to serve customers in that? Again with the short sleeve. I can't eat with my uniform on. That'd be unprofessional. Anyway, where's the food? Is that a guitar pick around his neck? That's actually a nice little character beat. Character design. Kyo comes snooping behind the counter, but I snatched the bag from the hiding place. If you think you're getting any of this, you have another thing coming. Come on, man. I was only going for a minute. Besides, we haven't had any customers since you left. Look, right beside you. No customers, huh? Then tell me, Kyo. I lean in and lower my voice to a whisper. What do you call her? Who? Setsuna? She's not a customer, dude. The girl. My case is met with a short cough and small awkward waves. I actually do like the little small character animation that they act. That's a I'm not gonna kill myself and say cute, but it is a nice touch. She's a friend. Before he had the chance to respond, the girl pushes herself against the counter and into our makeshift meeting area. Name Setsuna Nasunaga. Pleasure to meet you. Her forwardness leaves me off guard, and I step back to regain my personal space. Hi. They both stare. I'm Ken. Ken Senkawa. I work here. Okay, so you're the dollar. Well, you know what? Screw you. It sounds like a joke, but she has several centimeters on me, so I feel a twinge of embarrassment. So yeah, that's Setsuna. I knew you wouldn't mind, so I went ahead and made dinner plans with her. Sorry if I'm barging in. You didn't tell me he'd still be on the clock. She shoots Kyo a dirty look, which he artfully dodges by looking in another direction. Really? I guess it's not a problem. I thought anyone is going to drop by this dump for the rest of the night. Perfect. Now that we're all acquainted, let's eat. Practically salivating, Kyo snatches the bag from my hand and digs through it. Do you need chairs? No, I'll be fine. I'm tired. I can always sit on. Subtle. I can always sit on Q. By the way, Ken, this is for you. Q slid the smallest of the 3 boxes. Thanks, dude. To my side of the counter. Starts right on the edge. Don't say your old buddy care about you. Judging by the portion size, he must not care a whole lot. Thanks. I fall down on the chair and spin around so I'm facing Kurt with my back to the others. You're not going to eat with us? I'm no fun to eat with. I just don't want to have to try making awkward small talk with her. But she seems strangely disappointed, deflating as I look back to Kurt. Okay. This is Well, I guess we'll figure out what their relationship is moving forward. But that I don't know. It just feels. Is she that broken up over someone she just met and not eating with her? Come on, kid. She's not going to bite. Probably. Fine, fine. Still in the chair, I scoot over so I can pop my food onto the counter. I'm not standing up though. Life returns to Setsuna. An old smile spreads across her face with no attempt made to hide it. Why do I feel like I was played? We snap apart our chopsticks and dig in. As usual, Q's table manners leaves everything to be desired. He scarfs down his food so fast he even tastes. Look over to Setsuna, expecting a mirror image of Q. Surprisingly, she's managing to keep some sense of refinement while matching his pace. It's reassuring to know that there are people who can chew with their mouths closed. She catches me staring and I look back down at my noodles. By the way, Ken, what took you so long? You get lost? They were a bit busier than usual. Poor Hitomi was struggling to keep up. Q stuffs a chunk of food into the corner of his mouth. I tell you, he stops to chew. I would hate being a waiter, just one step away from being a manservant. Always waiting on people when they take 10 minutes to figure out what they want. I mean, I could totally do it, and I'd be great, but I wouldn't want to, you know? Setsuna chimes in, having already devoured almost half of her meal. Oh, please, if you can hardly keep up with me when we run, how would you keep up with all those orders? I like the tongue on this one. Hey, now, I just keep a nice steady pace so I don't burn out. You should try it sometime. Right. I'm sure you would keep a nice and steady pace while taking orders. You got Q to run? Did you dangle some food in front of me? Everybody's an asshole, and I'm loving it. Believe it or not, smartass, I took the initiative. Shall we tell them how we met? Thank you. Okay, so they're girlfriend and boyfriend. Q shrinks into the background, blood runs into his face. No, it's fine. Ken wouldn't be interested in hearing about that. Isn't it right? Isn't that right, Ken? I'll nod and turn back to Kurt. The novelty of imagining Q run is already gone. Oh, screw this. I want a choice in hearing the story. The conversation falls off as we focus on. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to keep some of the more colorful language off of YouTube. But can we get a choice of whether or not to hear that story? Thanks. Q and I are used to it, but Setsuna is squirming as she shifts her eyes back and forth, apparently waiting for one of us to talk. We don't. Finally, with a weak cough, she breaks the silence. But yeah, I guess you could say I like running and stuff. Biking too. It's a respectable attempt to rejuvenate the conversation. Q is too busy inhaling his food to respond, and I'm not exactly paying attention. Still, I feel for the poor girl and throw her a bone. Oh, so you're into stuff like that. Sorry, Setsuna. However, she snatched. Oh, totally. I really like that kind of stuff. People. Here's my only criticism with you're into that kind of stuff. It would, unless you're just planning it for it to be completely, it could still be being active. Like, my thing would be to say, oh yeah, well, I meant to get into that kind of stuff, but never really wanted to. And that usually is what gets people talking, other than, oh, so that's the kind of stuff I like. Because that, I don't know, it just kind of levels out the conversation. Again, I'm just a critic on the internet. I don't know if I know, but since you're here, that's my just opinion on that one. Although I do like how everybody's kind of smart ass. I appreciate that. You know, roller skating, yoga, brisk walks, skydiving. I do a double take while Q almost spits out his food. Gotcha. Setsuna gives a Cheshire grin and snickers to herself. It's definitely funnier when Q was on the receiving end of her teasing. That's Setsuna for you. Stay your toes around her. Would have been nice knowing that earlier. You learn pretty quick that I'm only messing around. You're a quick learner, right, Ken? Setsuna's eyes snapped to the TV, apparently more interested in the errand commercial than in my response. corresponding for a phone service with unsurpassed connectivity and support. Oh, yeah. Cessna reaches into her back pocket and unfolds a wrinkled piece of paper. There was a man who was handing these out downtown earlier. That commercial just reminded me. She spreads it on the counter. It's crumpled with a few small pieces torn from the counter. Technology and the decline of society. Why you should listen before it's too late. Oh dear. A piece of paper. It's a flyer, genius. Swallowing the last bit of his food, Q wipes his hands and leans over. For what? Kill him, does he? It's like a seminar. Yep, the guy handing them out said he's going to talk about it this Thursday at the convention center. Sounds like one of those things where a homeless guy tells you something while his kid steals your wallet. That's oddly specific. Have you been pickpocketed recently? No, but maybe you have. I'm just marinating in that brilliant comeback. Cessna the Scots have my remark, but checks her back pocket anyway. Really? Well, he can't be too homeless. The convention center is pretty classy, and I know class when I see it. Clearly. He's probably one of those essentials. You know, weird people with money. Says here that attendees get a complimentary mystery gift if they make it through the whole thing. This is sounding more and more like a scam. Yes, it is. Do you actually want to go to this, Cessna? Thinking about it? Thinking about it. Who knows what kind of weird folk might show up to something like that? That's a big reason not to go. Do you guys want to tag along? I'll pass. It doesn't seem like my kind of thing. Q? If it turns out to be a bus, we can just ditch it. You drive a hard bargain. But I think I have a shift that day. Ken. How does he get his pants on in the morning? That's what I want to know. Yes. Sorry, Cessna. You heard the man. Damn, I kind of wanted to go too. It's worth be squirming to get out of there after 5 minutes. You guys are boring. Honestly, this shot looks a lot better than the side shot, and it's probably just because of the shading of the hair. But boring. I'm practically Mr. Excitement. According to who? But even Mr. Excitement has to learn. I glass up at the old analog clock. We'll start packing up, Mr. Excitement. We close in 5. Technically, we should wait the remaining 5 minutes. Instead, we do what we always do and fudge the numbers. I would love it if I'm watching a security camera and I'm the manager and these two dinguses are working for me. We both have keys, but I clean up and walk out with Cessna, leaving Q to lock up. Is Q walking you home, or should I call a cab? Chivalry has been dead for a long time, Ken. It doesn't need you to bring it back. Damn. Okay. Credit where it's due. Don't know who wrote that line? Good line. She gives me a smile and a wink. Besides, I got my trusty bike here to see me home. She picks it up and hops on, with a kick to the stand and starts rolling. Nice meeting you. Let's hang out again sometime. Oh yeah, nice meeting you too. With a wave, Cessna rides into the night. Let's hang out again, huh? Short time later, I'm back at my apartment complex. The sidewalk is stained where rusty water had dripped off the balcony rails. Decaying leaves choke the gutters of the parking lot, along with off-white paint chips that have peeled from the building. Condition aside, the rent isn't bad, and it's only a couple of blocks from work. I climb to my floor, holding my breath so I don't smell the ammonia and stale garbage. You'd be wrong to judge my apartment by its exterior. Design is even worse. Okay, I'm appreciating it. It took a while to kind of kick into effect, but I'm appreciating the humor. Like, it's starting to grow on me. The carpet is a mess of stains, splatters, and blotches. Tiles are missing from The bathroom handles are going from the drawers, and a couple of power outlets are just gaping holes. There's a rustling as I slog through piles of discarded clothes and paper plates before plopping onto the couch. Work leaves me to be drained for how little I do. Rolling onto my side, I scan the shelves besides the TV where my film collection is crammed. They're the only thing I could call a passion. While or even ancient Swedish art films. My favorite, though, are the romantic comedies, and there goes the humor. There's something so optimistic about them that the crappy plots and corny dialogue don't even matter. I'll put one on, but first there's something I need to do. The bathroom light buzzes for a second and flickers on. Okay, this background art here, this is good. I like this. Digging through the clutter of empty shampoo and conditioner bottles in my cabinet, I pull out the can hidden in the back. Prying it open with a teaspoon sends some iron gray speck floating out. Ambrosidone. I scoop some of the powder into a plastic cup, douse it in tap water, and after hesitating for a second, swallow it all. A familiar putrid sludge fills my mouth, and I spit under running tap water to clear my throat. At least the effects are worth it. The top reminds me of a rom-com about an Olympic runner, and I search for it in the mess of boxes. Only an acquaintance of Q could eat dinner at someone else's work so comfortably. Oh, I skipped the line. Crap. How do I go back? Okay. I don't know how I did that, but we're going to go with it. Of course, being one of Q's friends means she was bound to be a nut. She confirmed that with the whole technology thing. Who'd waste time going to that? Now, how do I get out of there? There we go. Pulling out the film, I crouch and feed it into the player. I catch sight of my reflection in the TV screen. Hunched over in my empty apartment, I look. No, it's how I always look. I throw myself back onto the couch and listen to the film's opening theme lift off. The wave pushes down on my brain and the bulges from the screen, shattering into prismatic shards that whirl around in a spiral. Gravity grows, pushing me down. My whole body melts. My body melts, into the couch and ceases to exist. I am disembodied consciousness. I watch the film. I am the film. One was running and flying in dreams of the sky. Days later, I'm back at work. Okay. If he's a drug addict, good call. That mixes it up. A few days later, I'm back at work. Boss decides to make an appearance. He insists on manning the counter and told me to go and make myself useful. Now I'm stuck restocking the shelves. I can see how Q spends so long doing it. The changes are so insignificant that I'm really just killing time. Boss is happy as long as it looks like I'm busy. He looks like a freaking capo, man. He looks like he belongs either in an Italian restaurant or in the mob. And I'm sorry to stereotype, but come on. He does. Hey, are you still working? Crap. I must be less convincing than I thought. Yes, boss. I'm not really used to this. Bah, you work behind the counter too much and you'll get sloppy. Gotta change things up for you. I'm doing you a favor. This is a favor, he says. Right. He seems proud of himself. I can't tell if he's serious. He gives me the cans I've been rearranging. He gives the cans I've been rearranging a hard stare. Size, then makes a show of straightening a couple. I can't even see a difference. Presentation is 9/10 of the sale, Ken. Remember that. Here we go. You know how much they pay people to design these labels? All that money just to come up with a way to write beans. And they do it because they know how important presentation is. This rustic look pulls in people nostalgic for more natural food. See what you need to... I tune out. Once boss gets going, he doesn't stop until he's out of breath. He'd go on 4 hours if I just not even... They're sneaky about it, too. These fancy focus groups so that they know which shade of green sells the most. Things that you and I wouldn't even think about, but This is a nice touch to show somebody tuning in and out of the conversation. I'm surprised, honestly, I haven't seen it before, but I like that touch. On and on and on. He acts like he's wise, but I think he's just making it up. It's why they don't even put pictures of animals on cans that aren't pet food. Funny to think about, right? Boss Smurfs are not again, and he seems satisfied. Oh, and while I remember, there's some trash I need you to take out. Oh, man. I never thought I'd be so glad to take out the garbage. By the time I heft the bags through the front door, he's back behind the counter, feet up and staring blankly at Kurt. What happened to the snow? Did it clear up in a few days? It looks like summer out here. There's even fruit stands. I'm focused on tossing empty Chinese boxes into the dumpster when a voice interrupts me. Since when did you get some practice? He showed up. Boss is here. What? Yes, apparently he was in the area. Crap. Did he see anyone else? No. Just keep your mouth shut and we'll be fine. Damn it all. You got it easy. Do you know how many of his lectures I've had to sit through? Q shudders. I can't English. I'm scared to ask. Here, let me give you a hand. I'm surprised by Q's generosity. Then I realized he's solid. Can't blame him. Long time no see, boss. You missed me? While I was gone, boss became engrossed in his news tablet. I take the opportunity to reclaim my usual counter seat. It's like a game, waiting to see how long it takes him to realize Q and I aren't working. Boys, we have a problem. I was reading over the inventory sheet, and we're missing a significant number of shelved items. It's theft. Now, I don't know who it is, and I don't want to think it's an inside job, but you boys need to be careful. Okay, I figured out what I was hitting to start that now. Well, really, I want you to catch the bastards, but I'll be realistic. It wouldn't be a problem if he installed real security cameras. The fake ones only worked until Q realized they didn't, so it's Q who's stealing cans. Oh, boy. I'm really going to like you, aren't I, Q? You can't stop all theft. They're an unavoidable part of the business. But if you see somebody in the act, take them down. Kyotaro. I don't think you got any of that. He's been staring out the window for a while now. Huh? What did I just say? He snaps to attention. Theft is bad. Catch criminals. Don't go crazy with it. Right? Boss blinks in surprise. I don't blame him. You kids need to look at people and walk. You kids need to look at people when talking to you. It's good, man. Anyway, I want Kyotaro to take inventory. Tomorrow, I mean. I already did it today. I have to get going, but I'll check in on you later. Leave! Take him long enough. Kyotaro and I wait to see if he's actually gone. It wouldn't be the first time he reappeared right after leaving. Eventually, we both relax. I know he's talking about you, right? I have no idea what you mean. Kyotaro begins unwrapping a candy bar. I can't believe he trusts you with the inventory. It's like giving water to a man dying of thirst and then asking where the water keeps going. Now, I only get the cheap stuff. If there's anything expensive, I'll put some money in the register. In a way, Kyotaro is our best customer, or at least the most frequent. Boss has no proof that he's eating the stock, but he's suspicious of me as well. Just take it easy, all right? He won't notice if it's one or two things, but he isn't dumb. Of course, Ken, everything in moderation. He takes another candy from the shelf, the kind of restaurants throw in free with a meal. I guess even Q has a moral code. Eventually developed a system. You get a feel for what's selling. If there's some unfortunate candy that doesn't get any love, you take a few to balance the shelves. If you take more than one, or if it's expensive, you leave money roughly equivalent to its value in the register. Roughly. I think of it as an employee perk, seeing how boss never pays us anything he doesn't have to. Why should he pay us anything he doesn't? This, Ken, is my code. My honor among thieves. My own personal Magna Carta. Just to get caught on my shift, or I'll get fired too. No need to worry, I'm always careful. We're an awful workforce. Yes, you are. I don't know why anyone would hire one. I saw Cessna again the other day. Congratulations. Like, we have those moments of dialogue here where some of it's really good and some of it's really just awkward and kind of stilted. So it needs to be measured out, but there's kind of smart ass stuff that I love. We need more of that. She was still talking about the thing at the convention center. Honestly, I want to go and film her making an idiot of herself. I can put it online. What about your shift? I don't think boss is going to show up that day. And I have my good friend Ken to cover for me. That's my day off. Oh, he really is an idiot. He thinks for a moment, then brushes the problem aside. I'll figure it's something out. Are you just not opening the store? No, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. The thing will only be the thing will only be like an hour or so. Worst case, I'll just close up, take my lunch break early, and check it out. You know it's a scam, right? You're full of it, man. Even if it is a scam, all I have to do is not fall for it. So relax. I'll take a leisurely lunch break, see what's up, and anyone realizes I'm gone. You can rest easy on your day off, knowing reliable Q is at the helm. Somehow I'm not reassured. Fine. But whatever happens, I'm not coming in on my day off. My ringtone drives me out of a good night's sleep. Okay, I'm iffy on the store backgrounds, but the in-house, his apartment, that just looks good. It looks like a poor man's place living. It's boss. I bet I know exactly what it's about. Well, where the hell is Kyotaro? I'm not sure what you mean, boss. He isn't there. I stopped by the store to check on him. What's the first thing I notice? The door's locked, the lights are off, and nobody's there. Maybe he's on break. It's 8 in the goddamn morning. We just opened an hour ago. No one takes that early. I don't know what you want me to do, boss. I want to know if that's or how to get in touch with him. I'm opening up, but I want him here. I have his info. I can call him. I already did. His phone's off. I still think I can get in touch somehow. Leave it to me, boss. He fires loudly through the receiver. Look, just bring him in. I need him working. Will do, boss. I'll go find him in the city and bring him in on my day off. My voice trails off as I finish the sentence. What? You need to speak up. Anyway, just bring him in. The line goes dead. Asshole! I knew Q's plan wouldn't work, but he's still technically my friend, and I feel bad letting him take all of Boss's slack. It might just be manageable with both of us there. I wipe my eyes and knead my face. This always happens. Kyotaro runs off and does something stupid, and I have to clean up after. I reach my nightstand and pull out my emergency bag of Ambrosadone. Then stumble to the bathroom sink, cradling it in my hand. Can I get on the drug or just him taking the drug? I need that visually just spaced out. That would be so much more of an impact. I dump the entire bag into a glass and fill it up with water. I never actually had this much before, but hey, what could go wrong? Let's see. It tastes worse than usual. I spit into the sink a couple of times and take a deep breath to keep from throwing up. Once my stomach settles, I brush my teeth and grab some cleanish clothes from the heat in the corner. Undressing, I open the small case on the sink and gently sit my contact over my eye. I bring up the time with the phone connection to make sure it's working. Satisfied and with the last of my essentials gathered, I lock up and head out the door. Destination, Convention Center. At least this looks wintry. Each step pumps the Ambrosadone into my system. I'm feeling woozy, like I could fall over at any moment. You got this, kid. You got this. You can do this. No one will notice anything. Okay, we're going to need a little bit more consistency in the backgrounds. If there's snow on the ground at the convention center, there should be snow on the grounds at the store. It doesn't make any sense for one, even if it's like this piled on stuff and on the sides, if it was like piled on the fruit stands, if it's cold enough for it to still be there, what the hell? I stand outside the kitchen center, running through glass and icy glass. The glare of icy glass, excuse me. The man in the suit is beside me. He pulls out his phone and hands me his with hands the size of tiny apples. I laugh at him. My phone. I laugh again. He's off, his hands expanding the further he goes. Maybe at the horizon he'll pick up the city and shake us all loose like coins. I think that was me. The convention center is like a blooming flower of glass and stone. I can't go in. There aren't the proper number of support columns. Not close enough to the proper number. What if an engineer forgot them? What if the guy who built it skipped over them to save money? It would be just like the fat cat bankers who build buildings to put the public at risk for a couple more dollars. I can't go in. I don't want to die in an explosion. Q. Yeah, Q is here. I'll have to risk it. I can't let Q blow up. I can't. There are people here in the lobby. Wow. The anti-technology nut drew in a crowd. I should learn more about his cult before the main event. Could be dangerous. I swing towards a woman who's texting on the sofa. I stumble, pulled by the sideways gravity. I pretend to inspect the table so I can peek at her phone. What do you want? Just act natural. I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I continue whispering the phrase under my breath. The woman hurries her way down a corridor past the whiteboard. It says directors. It says directors. No, directions in big blue block letters at the top. Below that is a message of tiny text. Promise directors. I glide over. Colors shift and meld. Letters jump at random. I squash my eyelids with the heels of my palms and squint, commanding the letters to stop. I'm looking for room 010. No, 01010. Room 101. It's the main convention hall, 2 floors to the left and 1 to the right. Simple. That's it. I don't know if that's a main convention hall, but we'll roll with it. Crowd. There's a crowd. Bigger than I've seen in forever. I try to pick out Kyotaro and Setsuna, but the lights are flickering like a strobe. I grip sitting my shaky knees. Boiling fluids gush up my throat, carrying the putrid powdery residue of the ambrosidone. I'll stay. By the time this blood ritual ends, I'll be sober enough to find Kyotaro and Setsuna in the crowd. The padded pleather seas make every squeak when I sit in it. So, just let me know, this particular background isn't going to be a final product, right? I mean, we're going to have the actual convention or backdrop. Just let me know in the comments. I'll keep my eye on it. The padded pleather's seat makes an airy squeak when I sit in it. Judging eyes turn my way, but a stir of voices has them turn back. A man skips to the podium. Wow. Yeah, he looks like Doc Brown. Or a poor man's Doc Brown. But let's just keep going. A man skips to the podium. He's short, squirrely. His hair is unkempt and his face is deeply wrinkled. He's like a cartoon of himself. I should concentrate on his reedy little voice. My name is Kojo Shimura. I grit my teeth and groan with the crowd as shrieking feedback fills the assembly hall. Oh, there we go. This time I nearly can't hold back the vomit. Even if he's going around using technology, it wouldn't kill him to learn to use a microphone. 2 decades ago, this was a school. With our shrinking population, it was closed and its students forced into online education. It was not alone. Today, 98% of students are educated online. Hold on, guys, I'm pulling something up here. Okay, I'm just reading the comments from the developer here. They have a few people in Canada. The rest of us live in desert regions. You lucky bastards. You wouldn't make it a day down here in Georgia, especially not in the winter. Maybe that's why our birth rates continue to plunge and depression spreads like a plague. Policy makers missed the reason our population shrunk to begin with. Technology. I throw my hands over my eyes with a whimper. Hold on, everybody. Gonna put a pause right here. I need to check something. And then on keyboard should display list of commands and descriptions. Open pause, unmute. Demute. I'm trying to figure out how to. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing wrong now. Give me 1 second, guys, so I can address the situation. I kept wondering why I couldn't get the comments on this thing, and then I just realized what was going on with it, and yeah, that should do it. And let me see if it's coming up now. But so far, what do you guys think of the game? I mean, there are some patches that can't be fixed, or fixed or altered depending on what the developer wants to do. Most of it, I think, is just preference, but I like the fact that he's kind of a drug addict and his addiction isn't to technology. That went to the wrong screen. His addiction isn't into technology as much as it is into just the common everyday addictions that we experience right now. So I like that part of it. Let's see. Back to the game. Encouraging the spread of technology only hastens social decline. I slipped backwards through the floor into darkness. Kojo's words hammered down on me, distorted like I'm underwater. Time and space stretch endlessly, while white comments flicker past my peripheral vision. What's your best friend's eye color? Brown, I'm assuming. When was the last time you even saw your best friend in person? Raise your hands and be honest now. How many of you are on your contacts checking your best friend's eye color? Silver hands go up equally at first. Left side of me has 6 fingers. You should see someone about that. I don't think that's him, man. Online, you can control how others see you. When a relationship is inconvenient, it can be discarded and never resumed. Okay, there we go. The comment section just came back in. So I'm in the comment section now. Hello, everybody. I don't know if I'm going to be able to respond, but I do see the chat going. Okay. Only have to show these allowed to say that. This makes relationships cheap, shallow, and expandable. That's an interesting philosophy. I'm not sure it'd be challenging members of the Evian community itself. A flurry of wind streams through the hall, then flies into me. I sit stupefied, realizing I am a mind stuck in a physical cage. Stuck with sweat and gasping for air, I snap back into the hall. It's ironic, but now that we are always connected, we are communicating less than ever before. I have some hypothetical questions for you. When we interact with people we don't hear or see directly, do we think of them as people? And if we've trivialized conversation to the point of automatic responses, are we truly communicating? I massage my eyes and smack my lips. And Brozodone's passing high always feels like liquefied happiness evaporating on top of the rain. There's sometimes, that was me. Also, the jet black dread that I will never be happy again, oozing like tar down my throat into my core. I would even go so far as to say, Mr. Shimura. Okay, place your bets, everybody. Who wants to bet what her Sprite looks like later on? Oh, Try Morn is back in the chat. What's up, man? If anybody hasn't seen Try Morning's channel yet, please check it out. He just finished playing Roommates, which I recommended by my site and Chris. My eyes flick open and turn to catch a hand shoot up from the front. A girl around my age stands up wearing an outfit at least a decade out of date. Light rolls off her hair like a wave. Kojo is fine. Okay. Kojo, you're ignoring the benefits of modern communication. Phones and computers change how people talk. It's true, but talking electronically is still talking. Well, we called that one. I appreciate your expertise and perspective, Miss. Well, it looks better than the other girls. I'll give it that. It looks closer to the event graphic than the other girls. So points for that one. But still, the Moe is strong with this one. Kanzaki. Samurai Kanzaki. Ms. Kanzaki, many people are so absorbed in digital communication that they forego direct contact in favor of a more controlled environment. And I'm not denying it. I'm saying it's not a problem. Even if it was, I doubt that technology can ever stop face-to-face communication. Well, I appreciate the input and your obvious passion for the subject. Why isn't his face moving? Oh, her face isn't either, so. In fact, it brings me to my next point. This sort of open debate is exactly the kind of direct contact I believe society is lacking. Two strangers discussing something passionately has become so rare, and it is exactly what I hope to encourage. It is the thrill of speaking to people outside of our circles that really brings us together and exemplifies the true beauty of humanity. And that, Ms. Kazaki, is something which cannot occur outside of the conversation. I did it again. That's my fault, y'all. He caused and glasses at his watch. Why don't we take a short break? We'll meet back here in 15 minutes. The audience stands, and with my stomach tearing itself apart, I take the opportunity to find a bathroom. I wipe my sleeve over my mouth, scraping off the last flecks of vomit, and emerge into the lobby. Ew. A check of my contact how much time has passed. The lecture wasn't gripping, but the ambrosadone ruined my sense of time. I lean against the wall outside the hallway and cross my arms. By tilting my head towards the floor, I can hopefully hide that I'm coming down from a high. I scan the people coming by, but I can't see Kyotaru or Sesuna. Then the floor of people stops. The blonde girl who took charge of the talk is in the mouth of the narrow hallway. That is the face of somebody who really is interested in conversation or defending technology or whatever she was doing. She's staring at her phone with a quiet intensity, ignoring or unaware of the dirty look she's getting from the crowd forming behind her. An older man looks like he's about to speak, but then barges past. The crowd follows. She still doesn't look up. She was further inside the room than I was. Could she have seen Kyotaro? I'm not sure about it. She doesn't look up as I move closer, so I reach out and tap her on the shoulder. Yeah! She jumps like I shocked her with a taser. Hand flies up and hovers over the place where I touched her. What? It's such a weird reaction that for a second I wondered whether this was a good idea. Hey, I'm looking for someone. He's my height and he's got black hair. He just described half of Japan. Have you seen him? No. I would take more. She doesn't. Oh. Well, thanks anyway. It was a long shot, but I was expecting more than that. Maybe she's mad at getting shut down in the lecture. I turn to the crowd, but it really does seem like Kyotaro isn't here. I guess he could have gone to the bathroom, but then why? There's a tug on my shirt. Hey. Surprised I turned back around. Oh, Jesus warns before that happens. I may have been looking at the screen a little bit too closely. A pair of golden eyes pushed towards my face, close enough that I can make out individual eyelashes. I step back and throw my hands like a protective barrier. What are you doing? I knew it. Not that I mind, but you should wear sunglasses or something. What? Her eyes. There's no way that's natural. When her words sink in, I scramble to pull out my phone and check my reflection. She's right. It's like I just flicked on the lights at midnight. You should be careful. People don't like people who do drugs. Though I really don't care. Then why did you even bother saying that? I pocket my phone and look back at her. Even after figuring me out, she doesn't seem angry or disgusted, just pleased with herself. It's only in Bozadone. It's not illegal. Avoid contact. Why would I admit this in public? Oh, that stuff. You know about it? Sounded interesting, so I checked it out. Isn't it a little hypocritical for someone who can find it to be at an anti-technology convention? She's wanted to talk. Still, if she's not going to out me walking on a legal knife edge, then I'm happy to play along. You think I want to be here? I just need to find my coworker before he gets fired. Oh, so you're not one of those anti-tech morons. Did you just show up, or were you here for Kojo's talk? I was here. I think. The hallucinations got pretty realistic. What do you think? I stopped myself from blurting out that I didn't care. If she was willing to argue with Kojo, then she probably has a strong view on this, and I don't have time for an argument. Well, it's like you said, technology is hardly destroying face-to-face communication. We're talking right now, right? Exactly, which means there are two possibilities here. Either Kojo's an old man throwing a fit, things not like they were back in the good days, or he's more sinister. One of those con men looking to brainwash people to join the cult and living on a farm where everyone has 12 wives. Okay. That sounds too bad. That sounds pretty bad. Oh. The problem is I can't figure out what she is. When I went into him back there, he actually seemed interested in having a discussion. It's freaking me out. I don't know why he let me get away with it. Maybe he just wanted an excuse to talk to a pretty girl. Why did I say that? I'm going to go and keep a low profile until I have him figured out. Oh. She walks up before I have a chance to say goodbye. What a weirdo. The very picture of overthinking things. Have you seen Kojo with his nervous smile and stupid bow tie? It's hard to believe he's really being a scam artist. Well, it doesn't matter what his agenda is. Just all the more reason to find Kyotaro and get out of here. There! Now he shows up. Slowly but surely, Kyotaro is starting to have a face that I just want to punch. And then slowly but surely. Let me quickly see. Quickly if I'm missing anything. I should pull up. No, I'm not missing anything. Why are y'all talking about 4chan? Speaking of which, I spot him a few feet away, working his way through the crowd. I moved to intercept him. Oh, hey, Ken. Guess I got caught, huh? You can say that. Boss is pissed. Crap, he showed up? Yeah, for once. You have terrible luck. And by extension, so do I. If you hurry, he might not fire you. Damn, I wanted to see the rest of this thing. He held the crowd towards the entrance. You seriously want to stay for more of that? I don't know, man. The guy seemed alright. I must have missed something. Nah, that's all the subtleties. I bet he was doing everything not to just blow up at that girl. I was hoping if it happened a second time, he'd go nuclear and just freak out. Really? I thought he handled her pretty well, considering she's probably touched in the head. She was a real looker, though. You're one to talk. What was Sesame think? Hey, man, you got me all wrong. I'm a lone wolf on the prowl, a lovable rogue. Not about to settle down with just one person. Besides, Sesame is just my running buddy. You don't even like running. Ken, how could you? You know I love you. I know you can't get out. Okay. I know you can't wait to get outdoors at work. That's when we have a problem, remember? You can stop hitting that button. All right, let's get out of here. You owe me for this. You know that, right? Yeah. Lobby empty as people head back inside. It flashed from the corner of my eye, and a second later, Setsuna is beside us. Jesus. Hey, Ken, I didn't know you were here. Are you guys coming back in? Nah, sorry. Wait, you're leaving? Oh, she's pissed. His work obligations. Again? You know you forgot your phone, too. I've texted you on and off for over an hour. That would explain why you conveniently ignored boss's calls, too. Wait, why did you keep texting me if I didn't respond the first time? I don't know. I thought you were just a slow texter. I might be just a little stubborn, too. I bet Ken has his phone. He's responsible, unlike some people. I skipped the line. We're not going back. Can I see you for a sec? Huh? Sure, I guess. I wonder what she could possibly want from us. I hand her my phone. It's nothing special, but I shield it from what horrors I can. Just a minute, and there. Now, if this idiot goes and loses his phone, I can call someone reliable to find him. What am I, a secretary? You know he needs to help. Sure enough, still as I pocket my phone, I can't help but feel she quickly. Lucky you, Ken, getting a girl's phone number so easily. I'm ecstatic, believe me. Can we go now? Sure, later, Cessna. Hey, if you get fired, I'll take your job. They won't even miss you. Damn. Cold. So, what was that all about anyway? I wasn't paying much attention. You've met Cessna before. Not her moron, the meeting. Oh yeah, that? I don't know. Cessna and I found some flyers behind his desk. Apparently he's going to do this again. Is that why you took so long? What were you even looking for? The incentive he was talking about. I guess the flyers were it. What a cheapskate. Glad to know it was a waste of time now. Not feeling another lecture? I couldn't even figure out what he was trying to say. I don't know. I'd give him one more chance. Maybe just one more lecture. You do that. Just not on my day off. Fine, not on your day off. Got it. Outside the store, I can practically feel Boss's rage. Kiyotaro hesitates at the door, looking like he wants to run for cover. Instead, he straightens up, takes a deep breath, and walks inside. And behind him, the boss to explode. He's about to put a hit out on your boy. He's standing in the middle of the store, and when we step in, his eyes lock onto mine as if Kiyotaro wasn't even here. Where was he? I swallowed, trying to keep my voice steady. He went downtown, to the convention center. Downtown. Do you have any idea how late you are? I was here earlier. You weren't. I came in an hour after your shift was supposed to start. I found an empty goddamn store is what I found. You were supposed to open today. Here it comes. Do you think you can just skip a day of work when you're supposed to open up the goddamn store? You were the only one. You were the only one on, you moron. Were you planning to come back or screw off downtown all day long? Kiyotaro takes a deep breath. Good, Kiyotaro. Accept responsibility and move on. But I didn't plan on staying out the whole, no, I know you didn't. That would have been stupid. Almost as stupid as leaving the entire clothes and unattended when you were supposed to be doing inventory. Sir? What? Oh boy, I really don't want him to redirect his anger to me, as painful as it is to see Kiyotaro suffer. I think it might be a good idea to give Kiyotaro another chance. I think understands he can't just get work without telling anyone. Boss pauses. After a lengthy silence, he lets out a low growl. Damn it all. You're lucky you work, you know that? Anywhere else and you'd be gone. As you should be. Wait, what happened? There we go. I'm back. Sir, I'm sorry. It was a stupid thing to do. I'll take over. Don't bother. Your shift is almost over. I did inventory. What? There was no one else to take a shift, so I had to do it myself. I don't want that again. Not even one more time. Yes, sir. Boss sighs and shakes his head. I have to stop myself from looking at Q. Is Boss letting him off? Look, to tell you the truth, you remind me of myself when I was young. I was always running around doing stupid shit like this too. But you don't screw around when people are depending on you. Your job is here. You need to be right here doing your job when I tell you to. Yeah, I understand, boss. What should I do there? Nothing. Just go home. I'll finish up. Okay, I'll do that. I'm sorry again. Kiyotaro heads towards the door. They slide open before him. A few seconds after he's gone, boss turns to me. Ken? He glares at me, a strange look of concern. Something else? He's not that stupid. You said you knew how to find him, but he didn't even have his phone. And what's this about the convention center? Look, I'm not blaming you. You're off work. You can do what you want. It's not like you knew he was going to skip. Because if you did, you'd be in just as much trouble. What was so fascinating it made him do something so moronic? Oh, well, like I said, he was at the convention center. Why? Because a friend of ours told him she wanted to check something out there. Losing his job, go on a date with his crush. I guess so. That's what it looks like. Is that it then? What were they doing? I don't think it's anything as fascinating as you're thinking. Surprise me. Tech symposium? I'm not sure that's it. What, one of those things where they show off new gadgets? Nah, that'd be more like a car show or something. This was just some wacko talking about technology. At least a gadget show I would understand. Skip work to listen to a guy talk? That doesn't sound much like Kyotaro, crush or not. Yeah, I know what you mean. And what was she doing there? Is she a techie? I don't think so. I don't really know her. What's the guy talking about then? I don't remember much. I was trying to find Kyotaro. Something about technology's effects on society? Something about how technology makes people robots? Haven't heard like anything like that in a few years. You think Kyotaro is going to go to another one of those things? I don't know if there's going to be another one. Kyotaro found flyers, but I don't know. A lot of people were leaving the same time we were. Boss is quiet again. Look, can you do me a favor? I know I've already asked a lot of you. I want you to check on Kyotaro. Find out what he's really up to. I'm not sure I follow. I want you to find out if he's going to another one of those things and let me know what happens. You want me to spy on him? Don't be so melodramatic. I just want to make sure he isn't going to skip again. If it looks like he is, then I can put a stop to it. I don't want to fire him. I don't want to fire him. You don't want to fire him. No, but thanks, Ken. What if you both have responsibility? Now get out of here. It's your day off. I semi-quote Brother this guy is he is hardcore at it. Keeping the liquid away from my taste buds. I don't want it, but it's habitual to make some when I get home from work. Now I'm lounging on the couch, swirling a cup in one hand. Taking so much this morning is dangerous. It's only legal because nobody knows about it yet. Kyotaro is definitely paying me back for today. Buying me Chinese for a month or something. I should have spoken up about this buying. Bugs is going to make it tough to back out of it now. I can't even. Still, nothing forcing me to tell him everything. I can tell him generalities without holding anything that would make Kyo look bad. But for reporting his movements, I'll need to actually know them. Rumbling, I toss my cup aside, fall flat on my back, and gaze up at the ceiling. I might get to skip work a few times, but there's no mystery here. Kyotaro skipped work successfully. Even if he denies it, he's totally into it. Actually, that could be the easiest way around this. If you I'll go to another talking she does too. Flipping up my battered phone, I navigate the sparse list of numbers on my contact display. Nestled there assessing this number. I pause. Would it be weird to ask her if she's going again? We've only just met. Crap. I did not think we would actually have a choice in this demo. So text her anyway. She's pretty friendly, don't you mind? It's recording another lecture. I left up at the burst of sound from underneath me. My phone has slipped from my pocket and is demanding attention. Wow, nice. I can't remember the last time I got a call from someone other than Q or boss. Why didn't you just text me? I took my answer herself. Sesuna? Hey Ken, what's up? Well, the message said it all, really. Oh, I didn't read that. Thought I'd call to see what you needed. Oh, great. I should have just texted Q. I was wondering if there was going to be another one of those features with that tech guy. Oh, did you fall for the charms of the big bad homeless scam artist? Hey, well, you know, things happen. You're so easily swayed, Ken. Anyone can take advantage. Like a paranoid boss insisting I stalk your coworker. Yeah. Oh, shouldn't that be insisting I stalk your boyfriend? Never mind. Yeah, Kojo said he wanted to make these little get-togethers a regular thing. I'm surprised he hasn't written into the sunset with everyone's money by now. Near the end, he told the handful of us that stuck around that there'll be another one this weekend. Are you going? I don't know. He seems like he's lonely just for company. Is that a no? It sounds like a no. But it wouldn't hurt to go one more time. Damn. I thought you only went to make a scene. That was only if I knew Q was going to be there. He threw off my entire game plan when he showed up. Besides, that other girl kind of took my thunder. I just wasn't feeling it after that. This girl is full of it. Actually, you're still working at the convenience store, right? Austin Fire, that's what you mean. I just thought that if you want to see what's, I just thought that if you want to see what's up, I can show you after you get off work. I figured Q would want to go together, but I haven't heard from him yet. So he probably will be going. Guess I don't have much of a choice. You know where it is? No, Ken, I'm going to lead you to an abandoned warehouse so I can mock you. Uh-huh. What's the time? Early evening. All right, in front of the convenience store, 5:30? Sure, see you then. She hangs up before. Bye. Well, the problem is that I don't have a shift in. Going with it was easier than correcting her. Still, not to worry. I'll just get there a little early and she won't even realize. It was only much later that I realized she could have just sent the directions over the phone. Clever. You're not. So yeah, I'm going to go for another. I'm going to go for another 2 minutes. Hopefully, I'll have wrapped up the demo by then, and just answer some. If you have questions, I'll answer your questions. If not, we'll call this test and I'll give you my impressions of the game so far. Wow. Hopefully, though, this is actually a pretty long demo. It's going on. It's longer than an hour, so. It's pretty substantial. I'll give it that at least. The week passes by without incident. It's quiet. In the counter with his eyes on Kurt and his head in his hand. For once, it isn't me. Boss only ever schedules me with Kiyotaro, so I don't know any of the other staff. But watching this guy while I wait for Setsuna, I feel I understand him. Anyway, I pick up a rock and throw it at a bin across the street. It misses. Yo, sort of spin around. It's all on the wrist, you know. You snuck up on me. No, you just weren't paying attention. You ready to go? It's a bit of a walk. Where are we going? University, if the info checks out. Hey, you want to take a cab? You're far enough away. You mean I don't have to run? No offense, but you don't strike me as the running type. I can live with that. Right. So how do you call a cab? Don't you just call a company? There's got to be a website. Let me check. These. I'm getting a. Holy crap! I just got a message from one of the. We're going to wrap this up at the end of the next scene. Get your questions ready now, and somebody tweet out that I'll be doing a Q&A once this is all said and done. Or I'll, in fact, everybody give me a minute. I'll tweet it out. Lord. At this point, I will give the demo credit for at least being substantial, but I would be damned if it's not long. And it will give me a lot to talk about when I actually start writing down my thoughts and notes and stuff. Let's see. Going to Twitter here. Stream. Okay, back to work. Tweet out. Back to work. Let's open on my contact with a number and prices it beside each, and take out my phone and call the cheapest. Welcome to Best Cab. By using the service, you agreed that we have a right to access your GPS location. For cab distribution, press 1. To speak to an operator, press 9. 1. Dispatching a cab, please remain near your present location. ETA 5 minutes. That's actually reminds me a bit of Uber. So, dispatching a cab, please remain where you are. I parroted back the recording's words, half-assing a robotic voice. Setsuna chuckles unenthusiastically. How long? About 5 minutes. She shrugs and leans back against the wall of the store. I mimic her a couple of meters away. Hey, you usually work with Q, right? Yeah, usually. Why does he have today off and you don't? Uh-oh. That's because I told the boss I trained a new guy today. Don't know the guy in there. He's totally lost. I nod towards the window. I'll take this the wrong way, but why you? Chief cold advice. Oh, I didn't want to, but he was awful. Boss said he needed help ASAP. He was having fits with the register earlier, and he didn't anything with me. And don't even get me started on restocking. That was rough. Oh, wow. You think he's all right with speed? Oh, absolutely. He's a slow learner, but he's got it now. Setsuna face lights up. Hey, I got it. Let's test him. What? Yeah, let's see if he can hold his own for an actual customer. But he already knows what I look like. Don't you worry. I'll go in and buy something small. No big deal. Then you come in and let him know if he did good. See, this is why you just tell the truth. Just tell the truth the first time. Be done with it. He'll feel so proud of himself if he realizes what's going on. My mouse got lost. I really don't want to make any more trouble for him. I desperately glance down the street, but there's a terrifying absence of cab. I'll give you a side from inside when it's time. Oh, okay. She pulls something off the shelf and hands it to the clerk. I can't hear the conversation, but it looks like it's proceeding normally. Now she beckons me inside. You got this, Ken. Congratulations, you did good, kid. Thanks. Unlucky clerk in the right. Well, tell him, Ken. You did good, buddy. Keep it up and you make it big one day. Do I know you? Susuna's brows furrow. Then her face brightens. Hey, it's fine. You don't have to act like you don't know each other. I know too. Go ahead and accept your praise. You've earned it. I have never seen this man before in my life. Oh, Lord, this is going to be ridiculous. Susuna turns to me for an explanation. He's blind. Just tell the truth. For the love of God, please. Tell the truth. What have I done? I didn't want to say anything, but he took this job in spite of his disability family. I'm sorry, I know I promised not to tell. What are you talking about? You shouldn't hide it. You're a hero? Sure. I bow deeply, but not before giving him a telling. Come on, take the hint. He would have picked him. I really don't want to be treated like a hero. Oh, you humble, modest human being. Someone just killed me already. Just what the heck? I see the calls to drag one out. Well, we should be going now. Thank you for your time, you brave soul. You're crazy. And is that your cab? He's sitting on the street outside. Now's my chance. Why, yes. Yes, it is. Let's go, Susuna. We wasted enough of this inspiration. Whatever. Let's just get out of here. Why is it so hard to tell the truth? She's still questioning the clerk, but I grab her arm and practically drag her out the door. Nice. We squeeze into the front seats of the cab. It's cramped, but what it lacks in comfort makes up in value. Honestly, I can barely move. Susuna's obviously getting the worst end of the deal. I want to apologize, but she doesn't give me the opportunity. So it's only fair I cover the charge. Okay, this close in here really makes this bright looks bad. Yeah. I guess she doesn't mind the discomfort. You don't have to do that. No, that's no problem. Besides, if you feel bad about it, you can always make it up to me later. Yes, she does. Well, yes, I can. I think that's the right. That's the proper phrasing. Wait, not again. I'd argue, but Susuna is already playing around with destination settings. Eventually, she knows what she's doing. Evidently, she knows what she's doing. As moments later, we're in motion. Nice. That guy was weird. Susuna turns to watch the rapidly receding store. I feel bad for him. She tried to enjoy his moment in the spotlight. Tell the truth! She does her best to stop her laughter. You can drop the act. I know you didn't know that guy. You can't be serious. I didn't think you'd actually go through with it. It was kind of fun. Why'd you let me do it? What, to miss the show? Not happening. Okay. I don't even know what this means, but Cessna best girl. Just throwing that out there right now. Don't even know what it means. Hopefully it's not sexual, but Cessna for best girl. Where did you want to meet at the store if you're off work anyway? You seem set on it, so I didn't bother correcting you. You have to speak up. It's your obligation as a man. You're cursed. You're cross to bear. She talks just like you. I feel like an idiot. No, don't worry about it. That was fun. I grit my teeth and turned away from Cessna to watch the buildings blow past. So I take it you don't like running. Not really. That's a shame. I figured maybe you could come running with Kiyotaro and me. I glanced back at her. How did you get him to run anyway? I didn't do anything. What do you mean? Well, I've been running around the city for as long as I can remember. One day I noticed somebody was tailing me. Now the market district ain't all that sketchy, but if someone starts following you, you get a little nervous. I guess I lost him, but because he was gone by the time I was done. Next time I go running, he shows up again. He's getting closer each time, which I didn't expect from a horror movie. There's one time in particular I thought I lost him. It was right at the end of my run, so I was taking a break on the side street. He comes up from behind me and calls out to me. I did what any girl would and kicked him straight in the crotch. Oh, yes. Yes. So here's what we need. We need the artists of the Human Reignition Project to draw either a small comic or to have comic panels in the scene because we all want to watch Q get his nuts cracked. We all want to watch that. Am I right, chat? Of course I'm right. He dropped like a rock. Naturally, I ran off. As it turned out, he was actually just trying to see why I was always running around, as if I needed a reason to go running. I guess he was curious. As he explained himself, we hit it off, and ever since then, he's been joining me on runs. Well, occasionally. I'm not surprised he didn't tell me that. I'm not surprised he didn't tell me that. The guy really needs to learn a few things. I don't know what he's expecting approaching a girl like that. I don't know what the proper syntax is or inflection. All right, your turn. Huh? That's my Kiyotaro origin story. How about yours? It's less impressive. Boss just put the two of us together on my first shift. He kept us together after that. I guess he thinks I'm helping keep Q in line. Yeah, Q's always saying this. What else has he said about me? Hey, so what's up with your store? How come you still have cashiers? Boss just thinks it's good for business. All people don't like self-serving machines, you know? I think we'd save a lot of money if we switched, but I'm not about to suggest it. I can understand that. The cat turns the corner and comes to a stop. Here we are. Let's see if I can remember how to find the broom. They got out of the car with the car still in motion. But I like the university kind of backdrop here. Cessna strides down walkways and across lawns. It seems like she knows where she's going, although that makes no sense. We'd be in trouble if we had to ask for directions. We're the only ones on the campus that I can see. Universities aren't shut down as quickly as schools. I thought there would be some students around, even on weekends. But it's like they heard Kojo was coming and ran for their lives. We finally spot a handmade sign for the meeting. It makes me wonder whether Kojo has a secret passion for arts and crafts. I think this is it. We stopped outside the door. I get on tiptoe to look over Cessna's shoulder. An in here sign is plastered on the glass. Are we going in? We share an unsure glance. I still myself for embarrassment and reach for the handle, but Cessna throws open the door before I can grab it. It's a much smaller turnout than I expected. Holy crap. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing the harem. Go ahead and soak in all your waifus, people. Here's a question. Okay, again, taking bets. Here's what they look like in the event graphic. I wonder what their sprites look like. Also, obviously, Moe, little sister character, obvious Indira, obvious tough girl, and that's I think the girl from before. Did I miss something? There we go. I'll turn out that the weird girl from last time, Senrai, is staring at her phone in boredom with one of her cheeks pressed flat against the table. Behind her, the girl is mesmerized by screen and keeps trying to peek at what she's doing. Okay, yeah, give me out. There we go. On the far side, a tomboyish girl is leaning against the wall, hands thrust in her pockets. Her eyes keep flicking around the room. A nearby girl with glasses is sitting with her hands clenched, probably thanks to the chatter from Hitomi. Wait, that's Hitomi? She doesn't look anything like she did before. Like in the first scene, she had did her hair? Well, wait, was it? I don't even remember. Was her hair in a bun before, and it's just out of the bun now? But her hair was orange. Okay, I'm about to hurt my brain. Let's move on. Hitomi whispers around, abandoning the conversation. She seems to be. Hey, Ken. Yep, that's her. Hey, Ken. Everyone turns to look at me. Feeling self-conscious, I manage a small wave. Sesuna makes up for it by giving a big grin and a half salute. Yo! He gets some polite nods and a couple of glances. Hitomi is too focused on dragging out a phone and tries to reply. Hitomi gives the chair back and gestures for me to sit. I give Sesuna a shrug. She follows behind me, but then veers off and takes a seat by the redhead girl. I must look. She gives me a broad. Hey, Ken, I was just making some friends before you arrived. Hitomi points at the girl beside her. The girl glares back. Who told you I was coming? Who do you think, dummy? Before I can guess, the door bangs open and everyone jumps. I am going to punch Kiyotaro in the face. I need a punch. Either get us a small comment assessing the kicking Kiyotaro in the balls, or give me an option where I can punch him in the face. He's been in on this the entire time. Kiyotaro strides in, his arms wrapped around a large, unmarked cardboard box. Kojo follows behind him. Kyo stops in front of me, treating me to a close-up of his backside. Where do you want these? Just on the table, please. Kojo settles himself into the chair next to me and surveys the room with excitement. The redhead takes a seat beside Sesuna, glancing warily at the rest of us. Meanwhile, Q drops the box, slides it over to Kojo, that snakes the chair beside Sesuna and across from me. Hey, Ken. Hey, Hitomi. Glad you made it. Not sure who the second part was directed at, though at least he's pretty much answered the question of who told Hitomi. Hey, Q. I just nod. Hitomi has more than enough enthusiasm for both of us. There's a delicate call from the old man, and everyone turns to the head of the table, where he's surveying us with a smile. Go. There we go. Right aside from Kiyotaro, is anyone else who wasn't there for my last talk? I expect Hitomi to leap up, but to my surprise, she doesn't move. Instead, Q's hands rocking into the air, barely missing Sesuna's face. Ken wasn't. Dude! Cold silence! He jabs a raised thumb at me, and once again I find myself in the center of attention. Yeah, during intermission, then took Kiyotaro back to work. Kojo smiles in a way that makes me want to throw something at Q. That is a rather unsettling look. He's kind of got a slasher serial killer thing going on with that smile. That shouldn't be a problem. Did you happen to see Miss Kanzaki? Miss Kanzaki looks up from her phone, frowns, and looks back down. Kojo smiles waves before writing itself. It isn't simply another chance for me to talk. I'll be going into more detail later on, but for now, I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to all become properly acquainted. I'd like for you all to stand up and say something about yourselves. There's some general shuffling and a sudden interest in the floor. No volunteers. Someone will volunteer. Kiyotaro, Sesuna, my hyperactive neighbor for sure. None of them speak. Oh, you assholes! These two. I glance up at Kiyotaro only to find he and Sesuna are smirking at me. And Tommy lets out a muffled laugh. How about you, Ken? Before I can do anything, Kojo motions to me. I'm unsure Kiyotaro arranged this. I glare at him and stand slowly, aware of all about me. My name is Ken Senkawa. I watch a lot of movies and work a dead-end job at a convenience store. I can mention the movies I like, but I'm not sure if I should go into so much detail, especially since you like rom-coms. All right, well, it's nice to meet you, Ken. Next, we'll just go around the room from there. I can English. My ass had barely touched my seat when Hitomi exploded from hers. I'm the waitress at a Chinese restaurant called Huang Quan. Our hours are really, really early to really, really, really late. I'm not gonna like you, am I, Hitomi? I want to make lots of friends, so come and see me sometime. I wonder if the girl with glasses can do any better. Apparently not. Even after Hitomi sits, she stays rooted to her seat. We wait patiently for her to do something. Finally, she stands, though her gaze remains fixed onto the floor. Her design reminds me of Waverly from Dysfunctional Systems. I'm not going to pull it up here, but if anybody has a question about who I'm talking about, just Google Dysfunctional Systems Waverly, and you'll see what I mean. A Waverly is Waverly. Hello, I'm Yukino Kajihara. And she sits back down. The redhead is next, easing up out of her chair. Aya Akiyama. I'm here because I like the last talk. Didn't realize there was going to be so much. She frowns and glances around the room. Yeah, she looks so much like her back. Audience participation. With a shrug, Aya slumps back down. Next up is Senrai, who pockets her phone and steps up with a smile. I'm Senrai Kanzaki. I'm about to change the world. I'm also extremely clever. Give her the slow clap because she's obviously expecting it. Anyway, after this humble declaration, Senrai returns to her seat. Next is the girl who's been stealing looks at Senrai's phone. Hello, my name is Shion Kusakabe. Jesus. Pink hair and purple eyes. Could you get any more away? There really isn't anything interesting to say about me. Shion being that she retakes her seat. Apparently that was a success by her standards. Hey guys, I'm Kiyotaro oh crap. Ouchi. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. I work the same job as my buddy Ken here. I like basketball and guitar. I'm sure we'll all have a great time. He falls back into his chair as the collective intake of breath has Setsuna rise from her seat. Apparently they know she's a troublemaker. Hello, my name is Setsuna Nasunaga. I like running and just about anything fun. She sits while Kojo creaks to his feet. Excellent. It's nice to see you all so eager to get started. So let's get right to the point. I noticed something when you all sat down. In fact, I can still see it. We all share glances, but no one seems to have a clue what he's talking about. The old man sighs. You're all sitting so far apart from each other. I even specifically asked for a small table to see if this would happen. Now that I look, he's right. We're all sitting about a meter back. Except Yukino, she's back even further. That's not unusual, is it? Within our meetings, we will be doing two things: understanding why this distance exists and learning what it would mean to overcome it. I intend to have you all step outside your comfort zones, but remember, participation is totally optional. Just remember that as we venture, the effort you put in will equate to what you get out. That said, I do have a small incentive which I hope will convince you to try at least one more meeting. He passed us out of the cardboard box. I know that we've been here for a short time, but I only intend today to be an introduction and a chance for us to become acquainted. Consider this as a token of my appreciation, but also a favor to me. Kojo retrieves a box cutter from his pocket, flips it open, and slices cleanly through the box tape. Interested to see what this is, guys. Inside are small white boxes. He takes one out, scribbles something on his clipboard, then hands it to Senri. One look and her composure disintegrates. No way. You're giving us these? Kojo nods and hands the second box to Shion. Everyone else crowds in to see what Senri is holding, but she's too busy turning it over for us to see. Whoa. It's the phone. Looks at the lap, mesmerized by the box. I lean in closer, ignoring the angry poke I get from Hitomi. She gets the next to grab one, and I can finally see what all the close is about. The box is adorned with an image of a sleek white phone. A large Heisei logo covers another side. along with the model name IG6. These aren't even on sale yet. Where do you get them? These are part of a limited test one I acquired from a friend. Functionally, they're almost identical to those being released next week. Released next week. I tear open the box, close their hands, and remove my own IG6. Looks exactly what I've seen in the ads. When I look back up, Kojo has also pulled out an identical jet black phone. I assume you know what these are, but just in case, I've given each of you a top-of-the-line IG6 phone. It's yours free of charge. I shall also be paying for services usage. Technology's bad, but here's a phone. Technology's bad, here's a phone. I don't know if I'm complaining, but it seems hypocritical after its whole speech. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm giving you these after denouncing them. There we go. Society has developed an unhealthy relationship with technology, but we simply cannot abandon it. I'm therefore entrusting these to you in the hope that you will learn to use them properly to enhance your relationship rather than poison them. If you are, please turn them on. There's a rustling as everyone tears off the packaging and boots them up. The headset logo flashes for a second before resolving to the home screen. Kojo typically types something into his pocket, and there's a burst of chirps. Incoming contact, HRP contact info. HRP? I'll get to that, but for now, could everyone please accept the content? I tap accept, and the progress bar shoots across the screen. Once I hit the network icon, entries for everyone in the room are listed. Ms. Kajihara? Yukino looks up startled. You need any help? It says you still haven't accepted the contact info. Yukino looks back down at her phone, blinks twice. Let me stretch my jaw. Here, I got you. The moves over and taps Yukino's phone. Thank you, Ms. Kanehito. You may not contact each other as well as myself at any time. However, your phones will be reporting their usage back to me. I almost dropped the phone. Several people look up in outrage. That's illegal. Those are the terms, I'm afraid. It's still illegal. You're welcome to return them if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh, you magnificent bastard. I'm reading your book. I stared at her phone as though it was some kind of venomous snake. You're going to listen to our conversations? Oh, no, nothing like that. No personal details. Simply how often you've been using them. But there's no way to prove that, is there? You can listen any way, and we wouldn't even know. There's no word that I can't and won't intrude like that. That's all I can give you. Aya doesn't seem convinced. She gives her phone another hard look, then shrugs and shoves it unceremoniously into her pocket. Is it going? There it goes. Sunmar frowns and does the same, with even more reluctance. Come on. I can't believe they're going along with it. I can't believe you're going along with it. Hey, hold on a minute. Why do you even need to do that? I'd forgotten you missed the end of our last meeting. Well, so Mr. Sinkawa knows, at the conclusion of my talk, everyone here agreed to join a group. The ideas I put forward. And part of that is you needing to know who we're calling. This is simply so I know that you're using the phone properly. What's properly? I'm glad you asked. Allow me to bring up the HRP I mentioned. Welcome, everyone, to the Human Reignition Project. Our goal is the reversal of the alienation enhancements in society. While realistically, I will settle for having the 8 of you interact. I want you to use these phones to contact your fellow group members. But please don't just talk over the phone. Use them to arrange meetings in real life. He smiles and holds up his black phone. I'm hoping that by our next meeting, you will have used them to meet up with at least one other group member. I'll message you the time for our next meeting soon, so please complete your homework before then. Good luck, everybody, and take care. And he pimps out the room like a boss. Everyone is sitting silently, avoiding eye contact. It's the boss thing that happened today. Hey, everyone turns at the sound of Tomi's cheerful voice. I didn't know you were interested in stuff like this. Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with Kojo, but it's interesting. Oh, I just thought the flyer was cool. Is anyone here for a real reason? You're one to talk, lady. One at a time, the collective gaze shifts to Senri. Senri, however you pronounce it. Senri glances up briefly before returning. Oh, Senri, what? You got a reason for being here, right? Yes, we tried to tell Kojo last time. Did you consider that I might just be an extrovert? With a roll of her eyes, Senri returns to her phone. So is anyone not here because they admired Kojo's flyer-making abilities? Your reason any better? Nope. Did I say it was? Does it need to be? The table falls back in silence. I met Shion's gaze, but she hurriedly looks away. Something hits my legs. Kyo is swinging his legs out of boredom under the table. Maybe it's time to go. Something like this happened once before. With the tension, she fidgets under the pressure of so many half-interested eyes. It was a few months back. No, maybe a year. Well, I saw this ad, right? I don't remember where. But anyway, it said something about a meetup. I thought it could be interesting, so I decided maybe I'll see what it's all about. I've never been to anything like that before, so I was a little nervous. It was out at a restaurant somewhere in the old city. Only about half as many people as today. What's it for? We just wanted some new friends. Anyway, the restaurant must have known we were coming. They kept bringing us these elaborate dishes. For free? I think so. Free food? Cinema looks up from her phone. She unaverts her gaze and laughs nervously. Well, sort of. But, don't know what that was there. The food was good, and the people were also nice. Very well dressed like for those fancy parties in the movies. But I had to kind of go early, so I didn't get to finish eating. After they brought us a few appetizers, one of the guys decided it would be great if we all talked about ourselves. So I don't care. I don't know what came over me, but I had this uncomfortable urge to leave. Just like that. I was nervous. Plus, I don't like talking about myself. So anyway, I excused myself to the restroom for a bit, hoping that they'd let the whole thing slide. But unfortunately, as I watched them from around the nearby corner, it looks like they weren't going to stop anytime soon. So what happened? I got out of there. Right. I felt bad for leaving, but I left out the kitchen. I knew that I could never see those nice people again. Out the kitchen? I did. The wait staff were very nice about the whole thing. They even told me that the fastest way back home. They didn't make you pay. They were very accommodating, said it was on the house. I looked from face to face to get an idea of how it's supposed to feel for Shion's story. Hey, are you okay? Shion tilts her head. Sure, I'm fine. Why? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. She's a robot. Put your money down. Shion's a robot. Wait, that's it? That's the end of the story? It is. That's the last time I ever saw it. No dramatic fights broke out, no lessons learned. Shion tilts her head in confusion. Hey now, don't be like that. I thought it was a nice story. Kitara makes an exasperated gesture as silence to the sentence yet again. I can't take it anymore. This isn't working. What is it? You know, this. We're getting nowhere. I think we need some direction. It looks like wasn't far off when I called him a hero. Leader or something. And I don't know how Kiyotaro would fit into that. I don't think I want to know. All eyes are on me. Sesame raises an eyebrow. And I suppose you're going to be this leader. You could be democratic and elect one. Why do we need one? It's simple. Kyo leaps. Oh, this is going to be fun. Kyo leaps to his feet and paces back and forth along the length of the table, punctuating his words with sharp hand movements. An effective leader must fiercely direct conversation topics to better fellow members groups. Better fellow members. I can English. Fellow members group experience. You didn't answer my question. So what we need to do is go around the room and get some nominations. Go, that'd be good. Okay, let's start with Miss Nelson out here. Me? What am I supposed to do exactly? Nominate somebody. Anybody at all. She just looks so pissed off. Just ask if anybody wants the job. It's pretty obvious you do, but I can't say the same for everybody. Kira's eyes. Fine, Ken. Moderate for us. Wait, what? Moderate. Lead us in our debate. Be the neutral party we all need. He's the harem king that we need. No. What's the line? Ken is the harem king we deserve, but not the one we need right now. Clear my competition. All right, fine. So, who wants the job? 3 hands go up. Samurai, Kyotaras, and Hitomas. Okay, now what? I look back to Kyotaro. What are you doing? You're the moderator. Asking me for help could disqualify me from could disqualify me for collusion. Oh yeah. Well, let's hear some speeches. Care to start, Ms. Uchi? Okay. Let's see. I guess you're Mr. Uchi. Why do I call him Miss? I guess it's Kotaro who stands at attention, and try to keep it short. All right, guys, we're gonna hit right there. Let me say this thing. I got apparently another 2.5 hours to go, and uh, just in case, while I ramble, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask about the game or anything like that, let me know. I will answer them. If you just want to tell me I'm a jerk, you can do that too, and I will respond in kind. But basically, what I've played so far, I actually do enjoy. There are some choppy bits of dialogue at the beginning, but it kind of wants to get a little better. I like several of the characters I actually do like, and I didn't think it would get that obvious that quickly with the whole collusion thing. Well, not collusion, but the whole group mediation thing. But it's an interesting way to go about it. I like the fact that I like Ken as a protagonist. I like that he's an addict. I like that he's not a loner per se, but he's so disconnected from his own humanity that I don't know where the agenda and everything is going, but I'm interested to see that as well. And so I have two more and a half more hours at this. I don't know why you guys made this so long. Good God Almighty! But this is almost a full title at the list you guys have 3.5, 4 hours. That's almost a full EVN title. But so far, I have to say I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad it was greenlit. I have my own rant to make about Sekai Project in the future, but I'm not going to make it now. And I am looking forward to its completion. I'm guessing it's going to be. I have been keeping an eye on the chat. It's interesting some of the contractual obligations and everything that has come with Sekai. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But definitely, if you're going to have two different artists, they should be. I don't know. I'm not an artist, and I'm not going to pretend to be. But the fact that the event graphic, the girls in the event graphic, and the girls in the game look so markedly different is a bit of a misnomer. Well, not misnomer, but it's definitely a little jarring. If there's any way you could change it, it would be great, just for consistency's sake. And if I want to see what Ken looks like, especially when he's on the drug. I want to see seeing his face helps connect. If it's just him looking in the mirror, or like you said, when he looked at his phone, just seeing his face reflect back at his phone would take that character so much further along. But those are some small nitpicks. It's I'm going to save the bulk of it for when I finish the demo and put out a full one. I hope you guys understand. Originally, I was going to do No One But You, but I'm going to let me answer a few of these questions. And if you guys want me to pick up with No One But You, I'll invest. I can go into 6 and just do that. Hopefully, that'll be a little shorter. But let me see. When are we going to need a podcast? We are going to get that tomorrow. I've finished editing it down. All the music and everything is in. It just has to upload, and my internet is slow as crap. So more than likely, it'll be up tomorrow because those early morning hours is when I get the clearest connection. So I'll start tomorrow. I'll start in the early morning, and it should be up on SoundCloud and on the website by tomorrow afternoon. Let's see. What's going on with Sekai? Don't know. I have my opinions about group for a while now, and it's a test. Nobody's going to see this, and you guys aren't going to tell anybody, right? My opinions about Sekai. My opinions about Sekai at this point is that, and it's going to take someone actually working with them to tell me what's going on, but I just don't see the role they play in EVNs right now. And it could just be, but I don't see the role they play. I mean, I get it from a promotional standpoint, but they don't even really promote that well. Ultimately, you still have to do all the work. It's just that Sekai is there kind of holding your hand throughout, and I'm assuming taking a cut. My fear, and I've never seen the Sekai project, but my fear is that they have some sort of, let me just, from a business standpoint and a law standpoint, if they're just taking a cut of your money, fine. You can always make more money. If you're in a Sekai project, they lay claim to the images, the audio, the name, or anything that could be considered a copyright of the games, that's what worries me, because I strongly believe that they're trying to cross-promote, and where they're trying to promote English visual novels into Japanese and Japanese ones into English, and they're trying to get a kind of a different market. Oh, they're trying to create their own market around it. It's not monopolistic, but honestly, I don't think they're bad guys. I think I've enjoyed their work, if only because it brings the EVNs into a bigger spotlight, and they have created such a large spotlight around them. But my concern is, and I've never looked at the contracts, and I would tell anybody, including the member of Alien Works in the chat right now, go back, look over the contract, and make sure that nothing can be construed that where Sekai claims the rights to your copyrights, because that's what you're basically selling. If they claim the name, the images that you're doing, the artwork, even the music, then you can wake up one day and Sekai Project can say, hey, yeah, we're doing this with your project, and section 10, code section B, let up. That isn't what you're doing. I mean, that isn't what you want to do. Ultimately, while it's good to have a publisher, I strongly believe the developers should hold on to all rights, especially with the developers still having to do so much and Sekai having to do so little. Let's see here. Chris Narium, my friend and the pride of his nation. If you haven't seen any of Chris Narium Let's Play videos, he is much better, much more entertaining than me. So check out YouTube/Chris Narium. Let me roll through all of this. If you want to see what a drug CG looks like, yes. And I want to see that because I want to see just how disconnected Ken is. Because he's functioning. He can take the drug and function. So I need to see how visually he is when nobody's eyes on him, when he doesn't have to function anymore. I want to see just people he falls apart, because that'll show just what the girl brings to the table, because presumably this interaction in this project will be both Ken and the girls kind of, it'll help Ken more by connecting him to these girls rather than the girls connecting to him. Let's face it, that boy's kind of loser. And some crosstalk about them being Monopoly. I have to disagree with my friend Chris Narium. They're not a monopoly. We have Axis Games, we have Manga Gamer, we have, although they do a lot more adult work than anything else. Help me out, guys. We have a few more that kind of make up the core of the visual novel industry right now, and they're trying to make it something respectable in gaming. Whether or not they succeed is anybody's guess, but the fact that they're even trying it gives me hope, and that means I have to play Amnesia, doesn't it? JP, I can't link because no URLs allowed. Just give me the direct message to me. Yeah, direct message it to me. Delay. That's what I'm thinking. There's a delay on this thing, but just direct message it to me and I'll get back to you. Let's see. And I think that's it. Well, thank you guys for coming out to the testing grounds. I can't, like I said, I doubt this will be how we always do it. At some point, we're going to jump the bridge to Twitch, but that is much later in the year. Until then, probably, if not on Friday, sometimes during the weekend, I may do an afternoon, whatever I'm working on. And then we can just come hang out, talk about, contract disputes. And apparently, let me see what all you guys are talking about. Oh, Top Hat, what's up, Top? One thing I can a lot of conversation about HRP. Yeah. My biggest thing that I can tell any developer, and I'm going to talk about more now, is know the law and know a decent lawyer. Be friends with a decent lawyer. And get them coffee, get them donuts, just to be friends with them and talk to them. Because when stuff like this happens, you want them to read the contract. You want somebody other than yourself telling you that it's a deal. We're yourself and whoever represents that guy. Because if you don't know what's in the paperwork other than this is how much we can help you, then there's a very good chance you're getting taken for a ride. But guys, that is all there is for me. Reignition project I'll work on a little later. I will get back to working on my future for Valhalla, which is amazing. Please, please, please check it out if you haven't. And a few more things I have today. And of course, the podcast, me and Christinarium, talking about some EVMs that I've released so far this year. If you haven't checked out anybody's channel, please do so. And yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for coming out, and you will never see this video again. This is staying in the archive where I can learn from it. But that's all for now. I'll catch you guys next time.